good. Let some of y'all come through. Let me know y'all up in here. Let me know y'all up in here. Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through. Let's talk. Let's get it. Already. Let me know what's good with y'all. Let me know what's up. What's the deal? I said, let me know y'all up in here. Let me know you. Move this a little bit closer. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I see somebody up in here. Hey, like I said, make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through. Comment, let me know y'all up in this thing. Let me know what's good with you. Let me know what's good. It's Friday. Weekend about to start. We finally seen some football yesterday, some actual NFL football, even though it was Jacksonville. Even though it was Jacksonville and it was the Raiders. But hey, it was some type of football. Yo, what's good? What's good, Prime? What's good with you, man? I'm actually glad that you up in here. Cause we gotta talk about how your boy ain't gonna get 1,000 yards rushing this year. He got he he got to get the ball. He got to get the ball to get 1,000 yards. And I don't even think he gonna be getting the football this season. Not like that. He ain't about to get the football. Not like that. I missed the last. I missed the last live. I couldn't. Already, man. Appreciate you up in here. Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Like I said, make sure y'all come through and hit that like. Hit that like button when y'all come through. Let me know y'all up in here for sure. Comment. Let me know what's good with you. What's on your mind. What y'all think about what y'all about to get going for the weekend. What y'all think about the news at our training camp and stuff like that. So make sure y'all hit that. And let me know what's the deal. Let me know what's up. Did it? Did I tell you the NFL was going to appeal? Yeah, you did say the NFL was going to appeal. I mean, you did say the NFL was going to appeal. I was kind of, if I ain't like I said, I didn't know if they were going to appeal, but I did know that they wasn't happy with that punishment because it makes them it makes them look bad. It makes them look bad, and I mean, it makes them look bad. They weren't trying to go for that. So hopefully, Texas fans benefit that we do get a longer suspension. That way, that that pick could be better. Hey, what's good, Wise? Hey, Wise. Hey, let everybody know in the chat I'm live. Hey, Wise, let everybody know let everybody know. Boy, Wise, you crazy, man. But hey, like I said, hey, let everybody know I'm live though. I said he was going to get 5 to 8 games. And okay, so five. So what? It said 6. So 5 games will make it 11. 8 games. 'Cause he would need 11 games for the rest of the season. I thought the NFL is trying to get an indefinite suspension. I think I heard a rumor talking about they wanted. I mean, I think they offered him 12, and he wouldn't accept that. I don't know how true that is because it's not like it's. I mean, I guess it's a play. I guess like a plea deal type situation. I don't know how that works when it comes to suspension. But hey, Stingley Jr. plus Petrie or times Petrie. Okay. Uh, but I do think they're a good safety cornerback tandem. Well, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But but yeah, yeah, it definitely makes sense that like the NFL definitely doesn't want that to be doesn't want that to be the only what you call it. They definitely don't want that. They definitely want that to go they definitely want that to be a longer suspension. Did you see how Nico is acting? Yeah, I mean he gonna have to step up big since since Michi. I mean, even though he was already here before Michi, but I mean now now Michi not here. I mean you gonna depend on him. You gonna lean on him. Like Davis Mills is gonna lean on him even more now. I mean, like obviously Brandon Cooks is gonna get a lot of attention. Like he gonna get a lot of balls thrown his way. Also gonna get a lot of attention because he's the best receiver on the team. So Nico definitely is gonna have to step up. And like I said, I like the Nico. I like the Nico. I was talking about Nico uh 2 years before he came out. But again, like I said, I was under the impression, obviously, at the time we still had Deshaun. So I'm thinking, hey, Nico could be like, especially after you trade away Hopkins. I'm like, okay, Nico could be the replacement for a Hop. Don't know if he could be the number one, but Nico could. Nico, especially with somebody, especially with a quarterback of Deshaun skills, could definitely be beneficial. But he didn't play the 2020 season, the COVID year in college, so I mean that took off a year. And as far as and then also the whole Deshaun Watson situation. So I was very excited, like when the Texans jumped up and drafted Nico back in the third round. Like I said, I liked that Nico was talking about the Texans getting Nico. Uh, just is the situation the best situation for him? Is Davis Mills the best quarterback for him? Like I said, again, I don't know if he could ever be a number one. I definitely think he could be a solid number two. I definitely think he'd be a solid number two. I rave about Nico all season. Las Vegas Raiders going to be good this year. Do you think that Josh McDaniels? No, I don't think Josh McDaniels is the next Sean McVay, but I talk about this all the time. I believe the Raiders are going to win that division. I think the AFC West is the best division in the football right now, like the best division in the NFL, and I think the Raiders are going to shock a lot of people, and the Raiders are going to win that division. I think the Raiders are going to win that division. I think the Chargers are going to come in second. I think the Chiefs are going to be third, but still make the playoffs as the last team making the playoffs. And I think Denver is going to be the team that misses the playoffs. Denver might be like a 500 team, or I mean, well, I know it's not 500 no more. So what? So nine and so what? 8-9. Like they'll probably be like an 8-9, like one game below 500 type situation. But like you gonna have them you gonna have you gonna have the Raiders win the division. I think the Raiders are going to be a very, very tough team and going to surprise a lot of people. I mean, the team, if you look how they played last year, um, really without a real number one receiver, and now they have Devontae Adams. Like the Raiders were in like I think like in like the 10 best games in the season last year. Like the Raiders won like three or four of them and won all of them. Like they were all Raider wins, and they didn't have a number one receiver last year, or head coach for that matter. But do I think Josh McDaniels is going to be next Sean McVay? No. One, he can't be next Sean McVay because Sean McVay is younger than Josh McDaniels, and two, I mean, I don't think he's that good offensive of a genius. I don't think he's that offensive of a genius. I mean, I think his offense worked because of Tom Brady. Now I do know that, I mean, you did have the whole what's the boy name? Matt Jones, and the offense looked decent last year with Matt Jones. I don't know. Maybe he could reel in Derek Carr a little bit, clean up some of the turnovers and things like that. But I'm not gonna say he's the next Sean McVay. Though. I'm not gonna say that. I also read about Chris Moore. I'm hearing he's catching everything in training camp. Yeah, I don't think Chris Moore's going to do that much. I mean, Chris Moore was on the team last year. I don't think Chris Moore is. I mean, he's a guy out there. I don't really see Chris. I don't really see you dependent. You're not winning nothing really with Chris Moore. At least, I mean, at least Nico actually has a little bit more talent and a little bit more potential. Them Broncos got Russell Wilson on their team. We don't don't have good. That is true, and I do think from an offensive standpoint, no, okay, he did have DK, and no, this is the best offensive line he's ever had. And Denver, like, don't get me wrong, Denver's a very good team. I just feel like everybody else in that division is better, and like I feel like Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback. Uh, I think Russell's the second best quarterback in that division, but don't get me wrong. I think Justin Herbert is right there. Like Justin Herbert is not far off from being a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. I just think that Charger team is loaded with talent defensively, offensively, uh, and I think that the Raiders, like I said, the Raiders were a very good team last year. Now they added an actual true number one receiver, and you're gonna see the difference. Derek Carr has never had a true number one receiver. And I bring back, if you want to know how beneficial receivers are, look at Josh Allen's first 2 years in the NFL, and then look at his last two seasons once he got once he got Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs ain't nowhere near as good as Devontae Adams. Now you could I mean I guess like the caveat there is you could say that like with Devontae Adams without Aaron Rodgers, that we truly don't know. We really don't know. We don't know the answer, but I still think Devontae Adams is a better receiver than Stephon Diggs. Now I do think that Josh Allen's a better quarterback than I do think Josh Allen's a better quarterback than Derek Carr, but when I'm saying that if you look at the difference of how Josh Allen played his first 2 years in the league, even though his second year they went to the playoffs and lost to us in the wild card round, look at those 2 years and then look at the last two seasons. No, 2 years ago looked like he was an MVP guy, made all the way to the AFC Championship game, and then how they played last season. Once a quarterback gets a true number one receiver, it changes the trajectory of how a team plays, of how that quarterback plays, if he's actually a legitimate quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong, there's been bad quarterbacks that've had good receivers and nothing happens. In case of point, Brock Osweiler and Hopkins. But that's because Brock Osweiler wasn't a good quarterback. But if a guy really does have some semblance of being a good quarterback, which I believe Derek Carr is, because I think Derek Carr is a decent quarterback, you give him an actual true number one receiver, and you'll see a big difference. Spence, what are your thoughts on the rest of the division? Jags almost went scoreless last night, and the Titans lost Julio and AJ, and the team is Indy now. Yeah, I think the Colts the only team that's gonna make the playoffs. That they're gonna win division. I think they're gonna make the playoffs, and then I think I go back and forth when it comes to the Titans and the Jags because I think the Titans are a better team than the Jags. I don't think the Jags are going to really do too much, but something keeps telling me that the Jags are going to finish second. I don't know why. Something just keeps telling me that the Jazz are going to finish second. So I think I'm more likely. I'm wait to right before the season come out and make a final prediction. But as of right now, I think I'm leaning towards the Jazz finish second, the Titans being third, and the Texans being the last team in the division. That's what I'm feeling. But I do think the Colts are going to win the division because, like I said, everybody else doesn't really have much. They really don't. The Titans, both the Jags are unknown because of the young talent that they've acquired, and I think the Colts. I mean, not the Colts, but the Titans are going to take step back. I mean, the Titans have been really in the last from 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. The last last five seasons have been a playoff team. And I think one year they didn't make the playoffs, but they finished 9-7 and lost the last game of the season to the Colts, and that's why they missed the playoffs. If they would have won that game, they would have won the playoffs. They would have had 10 wins. But last year with the number one seed, I think that it's just I think there is time that water starts to find its level and they start to fall off. Happens to every team unless the team has like just a superstar quarterback like the Patriots had in Tom Brady, like the Colts had in Peyton Manning, like like the Chargers had and Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh and stuff. Like unless somebody just has a real legitimate Aaron Rodgers with the Packers, like if somebody has an actual legitimate real franchise quarterback, eventually stuff falls off. And I think that's what's gonna happen. That's what I think is gonna happen to the Titans. AFC South Division, Titans might win again. Is Texans wants to get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud in the Texans uniform, so you can make a playoffs. I mean, I don't know if the Texans are going to be a playoff ready team next year, maybe in 2 years. It depends on how the season builds off, and then also depends on what they do. Like I said, they do draft a franchise quarterback or acquire a franchise quarterback, or if Davis Mills actually ends up being the franchise quarterback, whatever the case may be. But it also is going to depend on what happens with their quarterback position in my estimation of where the Texans when the Texans can finally get into the playoffs. So we'll definitely see. Tree Matt Ryan going to the Colts, as Stafford going to the Rams, which is crazy. Colts. No, I'm not saying. I'm definitely not saying it's going to be a situation. I think the Colts are going to win the division and make the playoffs because every team, every division winner goes to the playoffs. So I think they're going to go into the playoffs because I think they're going to win the division because how bad the division is. But I think they're gonna get in the playoffs and just get completely handled. Like don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna be getting the playoffs, and whoever is they face, that team will be on the road. Could be the Chiefs. It could be the Chiefs. It could be the Chargers. Could be what's another playoff team? Because right now it's seven playoff spots. 'Cause you got your four division winners, and then you have your three wild cards. And I think the division winners are going to be the Bills, the Ravens. They're gonna be the Bills, the Ravens, uh, the Raiders, and the Colts. The Bengals, the Chargers, and the Chiefs. Those are what I think the seven playoff teams are. So it means the Colts are going to be facing either the Chiefs. They're going to get Pat's going to, especially inside that stadium, that indoors. Pat going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. Same thing if they play the Bengals, they're going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. And yeah. And same thing with the Chargers. Like they're gonna have to be going up against Mahomes, Burrow, or Herbert inside their own stadium, which is probably going to be the detriment to them outside of the Chargers, which actually would be because it's actually going to be a detriment to them that they're going to be playing at home instead of playing on the road because they're going to be playing against good quarterbacks who want to air it out. And so, and like I said, I know we ain't even play a preseason game, let alone the season, let alone get into the playoffs, so we don't have no playoff matches. But I'm just thinking that's me personally why I think it's going to lean towards. I definitely think the Colts are going to lose their first playoff game. They won the only playoff game, but it is what it is. Texas or in rebuild, they got a lot. They got a lot. Yeah, they do got a lot of holes to fill. Like they do. They definitely do. I mean, you got to fix that other corner position, opposite Stingley, and the other safety position opposite Petrie. Um, you do need to find a bona fide number one receiver. Obviously, you know how we feel about quarterback. Just it's still some work to be done. It's definitely still some work to be done. Watson gets a year suspension. That's easy. A top five ticket. Do you think the Browns will do something else at quarterback? Oh no, they're gonna ride with Brissett. That's the reason why you trade for or sign Brissett. Uh, that's they're gonna ride with Jacob Brissett. That's what they're gonna do. It was reports saying if Browns didn't have. Yeah, I mean, I think that they possibly. I mean, no, because either way go, you couldn't have did it. Uh, if they possibly could have found a way to keep Baker, which obviously they couldn't. I mean, well, like really nothing you could really do. So really, wasn't nothing really you could do. Uh, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go to QB1. What's if if Deshaun missed the whole season, I definitely think that Texas will have a top 20 pick. I mean top 20 pick, a top 10 pick, and we'll definitely see what they could do. Whoa! Hey! Shout out to that boy Chris for the super chat. Love. Tyus Howard and Green will be out for the first couple games due to injury. How do you feel about that? This coming season, will Jonathan Taylor will have a better Jonathan Taylor will have a better year now that we have a QB support Spitz. Okay. Appreciate Chris for the super chat. Yeah, I seen that about Titus Howard and about Green. I think they should be back by the time the season starts. I believe. I think they're gonna be out like a couple weeks. I think they should be back by the season start. But I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I don't really quote me on that. I just believe. I think that's the case. Um, I definitely think that's the case. But I could be wrong. I might have to do some double checking. But um either way go, like I say, like this season, even though like I said, I've said this numerous times, I'm excited about this season. I can't wait for this season. Um, my bad. But what I was saying was what I was saying that about the I forgot what I was about to say. Just lost the train of thought. But what I was saying though about it is um that even though this season I'm excited about this season, I do think that I do think a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like I do think that even though I'm excited about the season, I'm not. My expectations for the season is pretty much the same expectations I had last year. I wasn't excited about last season, but because the team had a black cloud ride, so not I'm not really interested in winning. Like as far as like if the team only won 2 games, I'm not going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be upset. So I have no problem with them taking their time rebuilding because I'm excited about the talent that they've acquired and the future talent they could acquire with the draft picks that they have. But I'm not just like I don't have the same expectations I had 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Like even with Ryan Fitzpatrick and things like that and Brian Hoyer. Like I don't feel that same way, and so even if they did miss significant time during the season, I'm really not tripping. And I do believe Jonathan Taylor will have a better season. I didn't Jonathan Taylor lead the league in rushing last year? If I'm not mistaken, Tim, let me know if Jonathan Taylor. I can't remember. Did Jonathan Taylor? I think he did lead the league in rushing. I feel like he did. If he didn't, I feel like he did lead the league in rushing. I think he's probably going to be that in that ball from the game. We'll see exactly what Derrick Henry looks like, how if they're going to still lean on Derrick Henry and things like that. But I definitely think that Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the NFL. He's going to be up there. He will have a better season and probably a little bit less pressure on him as well now that y'all got Matt Ryan. Appreciate the super chat love, Chris. Appreciate that. Carolina might be good. I don't know if they win a live football game. I don't really know how good the Panthers are going to be honest, because obviously the Cleveland Browns were a better or better have more talent than Carolina. Um, so he's going to a less talented team. Uh, but he's going to a weaker division because it's Atlanta that really has nothing. Now you do have Tampa Bay, but I mean New Orleans is like kind of like it's you don't really know about New Orleans. The thing because three of those teams in the division were trying to get Deshaun Watson, Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans. All three of those teams were trying to get Deshaun Watson. So you could say that they definitely could be a team that could be have a definitely better season than they did in previously because of Baker Mayfield. But I wouldn't say that they would be a playoff team or a team to watch out because Cleveland was a better team. But he also was in the tougher division with the Ravens and Pittsburgh at the time, and then obviously last year with Cincinnati. I'm hearing our D line looks much faster. Yeah, we do got a little talent. I heard Jonathan Gennard was out there hooping today. That I heard about Jonathan Gennard was out there really out there giving them the business. Jonathan Gennard was really out there hooping today. That's what I heard. Howard and Green will not miss any games. Is being You see, I wasn't. Yeah, because I think Howard, as I'm not mistaken, Howard Howard had COVID. I don't even think he was hurt. Now that I think about it, it was it's COVID. It's COVID. He tested positive for COVID. Now that I think about it, which I didn't even know they were still testing players. Like I cause I think like last year they didn't even have a COVID protocol last year. So I didn't think that they was testing people. Yeah, I didn't think they were testing people for COVID because like I said last year they didn't have a COVID protocol like they had in 2020. Uh, I, I don't know. I I can't tell you. I really can't tell you. But all I know is that the like I said, I said if they was missing significant time, it wouldn't it wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't. They say cuz been giving people the word. Which is kind of weird because like I wonder how that goes because because I hear how Jalen Petrie basically has solidified himself as the starter. Then you also hear how Derek Stingley is clearly the best corner the Texans have, and how he just looked good, continues to impress. All those things, which I believe, by the way. I'm not saying I don't believe. I believe those things, by the way. But then you also hear good things about Brandon Cooks, Nico, and up until today, because I actually heard some things about Davis Mills negatively today, but up until today, all these things about Davis Mills, how Davis Mills was looking and things like that. And it's like, okay, how do you have how does you have all these good things going offensively and all these good things going defensively at the exact same time? Like, so y'all talking about during drills, or okay, so they going up like that means okay, who are they going up against? Are they going up against worse receivers, going up against worse cornerbacks? What is it like going from? Like where is it? Where is it coming from? Because how both sides, the corners and the receivers and the quarterback all look good. How the corners and the safeties both look good, and the receivers and the quarterbacks both look good at the same time. Like I want to know. Now you're saying like they trading plays, it's good battles, one play. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Then I really don't know. Okay, how good are y'all looking? If it's one play, one play, one play, one play. Like I really don't know. Like what is the judging, or is it a predetermined notion? Are you like okay because you have a personal bias towards something? Whoa! Hey, shout out to that boy Chris once again. Shout out to that boy Chris once again with another super chat. So this year would be. So this way you would do prediction. Oh, you would do pre post games. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm going to do pre-recorded post games. I'm going to do. Got a lot of stuff playing. I'm gonna do some pre-recorded post games. And I'm also going to do some lives. So I'm still gonna do. I'm still gonna do the lives weekly. So probably like what I'll probably be doing is like how I'm doing like like live on Friday. It will probably be like a preview for the week, like a preview for the weekend. I'll probably, depending on what happened on Thursday, like depending on what happened on Thursday, probably do a recap of Thursday, and also do probably like do a recap on Thursday, and then also do a a recap, not recap, but a preview of of the week. No, obviously, mostly gonna talk Texans, but I'm also gonna mix in other games, also other intriguing games and things like that. Monday night football game, Sunday night football game, games in the division, games that have playoff implications, things like that. Probably even do some fantasy watching. Who knows? Because I do play fantasy football, so I'll probably do some fantasy watching and actually might bring in some people to do some fantasy talking as well. So I got a lot of stuff planned. This upcoming season gonna be a little bit different than how I normally go about the channel, but I am going to be doing, like I said, pre-recorded videos like I always do. Those ain't stopping. Still going to do the pre-recorded videos, post games. Like I said, like it's still going to do the weekly videos, lives, and also probably mix in some other weekly pre-recorded videos. Well, I know I'm supposed to have some videos about training camp. Have some other stuff I take care of, so I didn't get a chance to get it done. But don't worry, it is coming. It definitely is coming. Whoa, and shout out to that boy Chris once again. Yes, you should. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through with the super chat love, man. I really appreciate that on all the super chat that you gave. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate the love. Every little bit helps. Like, yes, like I said, I'm still not only the Derek Stingley, not only the Derek, I'm waiting for them to release the white Derek Stingley. They got the blue one and they got the red one, but they don't got the white one. That's the one I want because I need a white jersey. So this is still contributing to the whole Derek Stingley. Also contributing to the Paulo Banchero jersey will be purchased as well. But also this any super chat that y'all drop, it helps grow the channel. I use it to help get other things for the channel, to bring y'all more content. Like I said, I got other stuff coming on the way. Like I'm gonna do things a little bit differently this season. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the videos still gonna come out the way they normally came out, but I'm giving y'all a little bit more extra. A little bit more extra. So appreciate the super chat love, because that helps me give y'all extra. It helps benefits that. So really appreciate that. Shout out to everybody out there. Maybe it's the matchup because you see everybody is guarding everybody. Also, they do be saying who was more dominant offense or like, but yeah, all that makes sense. But I'm just saying, if like, if two people together and it's just not if two people together they doing the same thing, not doing the same thing, but they like I said, they're going back and forth. I guess so, but then yeah, it's a good battle, but and I do think they're working and they're improving. But really, can you say, okay, is somebody really dominate, or they just dominate bad competition? It could be a difference. Now I do think with some of it, especially like with Stingley, it's definitely skill sets that you see and things that they do that's different than other people. I heard he went Super Saiyan early, and whoa, hey, shout out that boy Chris once again, because you're back. I feel like the those pre-recorded recaps wasn't enough content in my opinion. Yeah, you can. I agree. I agree. It wasn't enough content. I know a lot of people because people love content, obviously. So yeah, I definitely could apply more content. That's my plan, is to give out more content. Like I'm actually gonna be really like damn near in like an overtime mode when like in the middle of the season, in the middle of the NFL season, when the middle of the NFL season, especially when because the basketball season will be dropping as well. Because I'm gonna be doing the same thing as well, keeping content open when it comes to the NBA. Oh, and also I will also be doing, because I wasn't doing this because I wasn't doing YouTube before we drafted Deshaun Watson. Then I started do. I actually started my YouTube channel the year that we drafted Deshaun Watson. I didn't get a chance. I really wasn't watching college football like that no more. I obviously still watch Texas Tech, but I wasn't watching the way I was watching because we had a quarterback. Because before we had Deshaun Watson, I was like I said, when we draft after the year we drafted Deshaun Watson. I said it's kind of funny doing a pre-draft without actually looking for a quarterback. And now since I'm doing lives now, especially on Fridays, again recapping what happened Thursday. Even if depending on what happens on Thursday Night Football and what happens on college football Thursday, I will also do previews of college matchups that I like as well and players to be looking out for. So because as a fans, what we do, we always wait to the right for the and unless people really are watching college football or really into the draft, people really don't really know about certain players until right before the draft. Like when the season's over, that's when people start scouting. I'm just gonna start putting little bugs in your ear. I'm gonna start putting little bugs in your ear early on about who y'all should look out for. Who we should look out for. Watch this game here on Saturday. Watch this game here. Whatever. These two teams playing. This is a play to look out for. So we definitely gonna we definitely gonna we definitely gonna be doing that. Might be bringing on a couple guys from the round table as well to do that as well. To be talking about guys who we should be looking out for. But definitely gonna bring more content. Did you see the reports that Nico? Yeah, yeah, and it makes sense. It's I mean Hopkins had the benefit of being on the team with Dre for 2 years to get that immediate work in, and then I mean then it was like obviously then like what like he spent a year in Indianapolis and then spent like a half a season or a couple games in Tennessee. So by the time Hop is 4 or 5 years in, Hop is getting a contract by then. I mean, not saying that Hop don't need work, that you can't advance your skills, but he was already past that point. That even though Drake can still give him some points, I'm pretty sure Drake probably still calls and talks to Hop, but he had to do that same type of work, and Will Fuller had Hopkins to lean on. It makes sense, especially when you have a receiver like that. Just like when it comes to the Rockets, that people big men lean on Dream, or players in general lean on Dream. Like yeah, when you have a great in that organization that still lives in that city, if that's no football when it's the same position you need to lean on said player. I think it's a genius move. Definitely what he needs to do. Did you watch the game yesterday? Not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I put it on and like I probably would have watched it if, to be honest, if like the starters played, like if Trevor Lawrence and them played, I would have watched it. If Derek Carr and which guy would watch it play, I would watch it. That's something actually the NFL needs to do, like especially when it comes to a national televised preseason game. They need to make a mandate that the starters that um you have to play a minimum amount of starters for a series or two, because like you're not going to get the draw. You're not going to get the draw that you want from a rating standpoint. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're going to get Raider fans. You're going to get Jag fans to watch the game last night. Somebody might click it on. Oh, ain't nobody really playing, and clicked it off. One, because I don't know how much ratings the Jags and the Raiders would have got in the regular season, let alone the preseason game. Like I don't really know really how much. Like I don't know what that's generating anyway. I really don't know what that's really generating. So you would think the NFL would try to put some type of mandate down in the future, like, hey, y'all gotta play 50% of y'all starters on offense on defense for a couple series or a series or whatever, because at least for these national televised games. Braylon Allen, watch out for. Okay, what position was school? Punch out. What position was school? I don't. I know the game didn't mean anything, but the Jazz look terrible. I mean, yeah, I can see Jazz look terrible. Raiders versus Jazz is boring game. Yeah, I say I agree. I say I don't think that game would have generated nothing like if it was a regular season game. If it was week 5, if it was week 10, like I don't think nobody really watching that game. The Jags played so terrible, do they really? I mean, no Trevor Lawrence, no Travis Etienne. I think they first round pick, the number one overall pick. I think he played. Uh, but like none of they like real big names I played. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's the preseason for you. I mean, I'm be ready for excited for the Texas preseason game. Like that is what I'm definitely gonna be excited for. Probably gonna do it. Probably do a couple of live watches. So I'm see how y'all like that. Uh, y'all let me know if y'all let me know if y'all be into that. If y'all want to see an actual live watch of the preseason, maybe get the Sauce guys together. We do something. So like, but let me know how y'all feel about that. Josh Jacobs was there for. Yeah, I think I think he had 11 carries if I'm not mistaken. I think they actually ran the football 11 times with Josh Jacobs if I'm not mistaken. If I'm actually not mistaken, I think they ran the football with him for 11 times if I'm not mistaken. Now you mentioned that, I think they did. I definitely think they did. But but yeah, since Jacobs played, I definitely felt like ETN should have played. ETN should play anyway because he missed all of last season. Like we have we seen ETN play? Like we haven't seen ETN play. Like he should have played because he haven't played. He missed all of last season. So like he should have played. Like he definitely should have played. Like Travis Etienne definitely should have played. So like he need to get that work in. He definitely does. So he definitely needs to get that work in. Definitely gotta get that work in. But but I can't wait for the preseason to start. Travis Etienne, receiver Major Robinson, Jags, like he proven when he's not, but the Jazz don't know what they doing. Yeah, I mean they are proving. And what's up, Eagle fan? They are acting like he's proving. They like they really. I'm be honest with you. Why wasn't Trevor Lawrence playing? Like like why y'all act like Trevor Lawrence won Rookie of the Year last year? Like Trevor Lawrence should have played. Trevor Lawrence think they were. Trevor Lawrence was a disappointment for a number one overall pick quarterback. Like Trevor Lawrence didn't look good last season. Trevor Lawrence did not look good last season. Like people always constantly Texas fans constantly talk about how Davis Mills was the second best rookie quarterback in last year's draft class. And the way he played, he played the second best football of last year's draft class. I agree with that. I don't think that's saying much because I believe that I think that's more so an indictment on the draft class than uh um than than indictment on draft class more so is high praise when it comes to Davis Mills, but that's a conversation for another day. What I'm saying is this is that because of that, all these quarterbacks need to get their work outside of what the boy name is Matt Jones. And even Matt Jones still needs to get the work in, but I can see Matt Jones missing a preseason game here. That do I think he needs to miss all the preseason? No, I don't think no player in the NFL needs to miss every snap from preseason. I believe that every player in the NFL from start outside maybe Tom Brady, but every player in the NFL needs some snaps here, there, some just to get into the groove of things. So I definitely believe that. So I think now, but I don't think none of them need to get any games off at all. Now, do I say? Do am I saying they need to play all of them every game to the second half? No, I'm not saying that. Of course, you don't want to play. You don't want to play them the whole game or half a game, whatever. But they definitely need to work in. You need to. You need to get like. You need to get those kinks out now during the preseason. Therefore, in the regular season, some of those kinks are worked out. So they need to be playing significant time. They don't need to be. I know Jacksonville. I know technically that was an extra preseason game. I don't know why they do that. Why they make the Hall of Fame game an extra preseason game? Just give them the fourth. Make that their fourth game. Like stop that. It's just stupid because it gives teams these type of bull excuse to not to play their guys. But they all need to get those reps. They need to like Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence should have been out there for at least a quarter. For at least a quarter, they need to play a quarter of football every game. Maybe like the last preseason game. Okay, they'll give them a series or two and that's it. But they need to play at least a quarter in every preseason game, and then one of these preseason games they need to play a whole half. So it's 4 preseason games, and 2 of them need to play at least a quarter. One of them need to play a half, and then like maybe like the fourth one or the last one ever play a series or two, depending on how the series goes, and then take them out. That's how all these rookie and first year and second year quarterbacks need. Like so, all these unproven quarterbacks. So Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance, they all have to live by that. Now Burrow and Herbert, they can take some time off. Like they're proven. Come on, what's his name? Tua need to be in the same boat. Need to be playing all these reps. They need to play. These guys need to be playing all these reps. They do. That's how they need to be handled. That's exactly how they need to be handled. That's exactly how they need to be handled. Only player I say from the Jazz they really need to play is Kurt Allen. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Jacksonville need to be like Jacksonville. You've had the number 1 overall pick the last 2 drafts. Look, back-to-back drafts, you've had the number 1 overall pick. You need to be working on all the kinks you can. All of them. Every last one of them. You need to be working out all the kinks you can because of where you've been at for the last couple drafts. Okay? Because of where you've been drafted for the last couple drafts, you need to work out all your kinks. You definitely do. You need to work out all of your kinks because where you've been sitting at for the last couple drafts. You need to work out all of your kinks. All of them. You need to be playing them all. You need to be playing a lot of time. But I'm about to get ready to go, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming kicking with me for another Friday. Like I said, a lot of things are going to be a lot of things are going to be coming up this upcoming season. Like I said, I'm doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Like I said, we're gonna be doing live streams weekly, like weekly previews, weekly. Obviously, you know how I do the game breakdowns after every game. So definitely that's still gonna be doing. Still gonna do some weekly videos here and there as far as pre-recorded videos as well. We're gonna be doing like I said, live weekly streams. Updates. I'll probably even mix in a couple some fantasy football as well. And I know fancy football previews and stuff like that. Who y'all should be looking for. Who you should start. Who should sit. Things like that. Who might be on the waiver wire. I'll probably mix that in a little bit too here and there as well. Also do some things about college football. Keep your eye on a couple of players here and there. Like I said, I'll probably bring in a couple of guys to keep your eyes on a couple of players as well. Stuff like that. just a lot of things are going to be a lot of good information is going to be coming up, a lot of good content, maybe even do some live streams via the games as well. So I'm probably going to be doing that during, at least during the preseason, doing some live streams so y'all can see how that works out, see how y'all like that, and see how that goes. So we definitely gonna be doing some stuff like that. So like I said, I appreciate all y'all coming through every single time, every week, twice a week. Some of y'all be on here on on the Tuesday stream and the Friday stream. I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate everybody that came through with the super chat. Appreciate everybody that came through, who comment, who like. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I see more people than likes. So hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. I see more views than likes. So make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come through. Like I said, comment, let me know what's up. Hey, after the video comes back, y'all can still comment. Hey, let me know what's up. And just like I said, I appreciate all the content. I mean, all the love y'all show to the content. All y'all love y'all show to the channel. All the love y'all show me. I show the same love back to y'all. Hey, it's gonna be a good season. It's gonna be a good season. Not saying there's gonna be a good season when it comes to wins, but it's definitely going to be a good, entertaining season. And I'm gonna do my part to make sure it's entertaining for y'all as well. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell. Get more videos. I holla.